You're welcome.
Oh, there I am. Huh. Oh my goodness. Hi guys. So here's my face again for another live yoga video. What is it? Wednesday, day 7,152. So I'm going to start off by saying that it was or is a full moon, and I don't know about you guys, but I get like super jittery around the full moon. Like, not because I'm special, not because of any reason, just because like that's my reaction. I mean, it's important to know how you react and be aware of what's going on in your body. And every full moon, I like wake up with like some kind of like nervous energy that just like makes me a little neurotic looking. And also, it's Passover, so happy Pesach. For those of you who celebrate, I am wearing my blue and white. It's actually not on purpose, but I looked down and I was like, oh, I look like an Israeli flag just wandering around the room. But anyway, happy Passover, happy full moon. The way I like to handle my nervous energy is by holding planks for an ungodly amount of time. When you're ready, lay down on your belly. Close your eyes and take some slow, deep breaths in and out. Notice what's going on in your body, what's going on in your mind, what's going on in your spirit. What is your connection to something bigger than yourself? What is your connection to people around you, even if you can't be in contact with them? What are you hoping for out of your practice? Maybe you're just hoping to get through your practice. Maybe you can try and deepen the breath a little bit more. Feel your body moving with that slow, deep breath. Then when you're ready, take your legs wide apart, bend both your knees, and just start to windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Maybe your hips rock from side to side as well. Maybe they don't. One more time, just windshield wipering the legs back and forth. And then coming back into center, extending your legs. Press your hands into the ground and push back into a child's pose. Moving the knees wide, hips back towards the heels, belly between the thighs.
You can let your head rest on the floor or maybe on your arms or on a block. Take a couple moments here, just resting your body, shifting the weight back, seeing how it feels. I always like to do this pose in the beginning because there's a really big difference between your first child's pose and the child's pose you do in the middle of class and then the one at the end. So there's like a nice marked difference that you can experience in your practice, growth, just in the short time that we're together. And then nice and slow, let's walk all the way over to the right. Stretch all the way to the right, reaching through your left arm. Get a big amount of space in the left side of your body. You can let your head rest on the arm or to the floor. And then let's go all the way over to the left. Same thing. Stretch through that right arm. Let the body just rest towards the floor, towards the arm. And then take it through center and reach your arms away, bring the hips back. And we'll move forward into hands and knees. Same thing that we always do. Why? So that our bodies know that this is the time we are devoting to our practice. Lifting the chest, letting the tailbone lift, just warming up the spine. Exhale, round. Taking it through nice and slow. Did you guys get to experience all that wonderful rain last night? So we get this full moon and a giant rainstorm full of thunder. It was kind of cleansing, wasn't it? Kind of nice. Now I think it's supposed to be like 71 degrees today. That is 5 degrees below my top point. 76 degrees and I'm starting to get angry. Just a cold-hearted woman. One more time. Bring your spine to a neutral position. Walk your hands forward from your shoulders. Let's go ahead and come into down dog. Tuck your toes, lift up, lift your heels, bring your chest a little closer to your thighs. Really lift up through your tailbone. Reach that tailbone to the sky. Reach the buttocks to the sky. And then go ahead and bend one knee, lowering the opposite heel towards the floor. Wherever it goes is fine. And then switch. Right? And then while you're here, maybe just turn your head from side to side. So as I bend my right knee, I'm looking to my left. Bend my left knee, I'll look to my right. Or if you want to look another direction, that's fine. Then I'm trying to get a little bit deeper into my side body. Maybe even get a little deeper into the tension that might be in my neck and shoulders. We all have tension. We just carry it differently. We have it for different reasons. Each time, make sure your heel's going directly back. We have a tendency to want to turn the heel in as we press down. One more time. Nice. Go ahead and lift your heels as high as you can. Reach your buttocks up to the sky. Bring your chest a little bit closer towards your thighs. And then we're going to shift right into a plank. So we're going to inhale into a plank. I wasn't kidding about that part. And then exhale and take it back into down dog. And we're going to do this like 3 more times. I'm all about 4s lately on our Facebook Lives. Everything's 4 repetitions. Good. Here we go. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Core engaged. Last one. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Beautiful. And then on your next deep inhalation, you can lift the tail, and as you exhale, lower the heels wherever they go. And then we're just going to walk our feet forward nice and slow. Once you get towards the front of your mat, this is a good time to place your blocks. I am so color coordinated today. I'm a little concerned about myself. Press through your feet, come all the way up, reach your arms overhead. Take a slight back bend, so lifting through the front part of your body, bending your knees a little bit, stretching your arms by your ears. Ay, big deep stretch here. And then exhale, take it all the way down. Shake out your head, soften your neck and your jaw. Shift that weight forward towards the balls of the feet a bit more, but keep your heels down so that you're not just pushing your butt back. Inhale, take your hands to your shins. Straighten the legs a little bit more. Roll your shoulder blades back. And then exhale, forward fold. Take it all the way down. Inhale, step your right leg back. I don't know if you can see it, but my dog's on the couch here, and he's probably wondering why I'm having a full conversation with him. Pressing back through your right heel, left knee over top of the ankle. Go ahead and hold that lunge for a moment, press back. And then step your left foot back, find your plank. Press back through both your heels. Remember, I do love my planks in this time. I love my planks all the time. And then lower your knees. Bend your elbows back to the ribs. Lower the chest. You might touch your chest towards the blocks. You might not. You might not be using blocks. Inhale, lift your heart. Roll your shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your toes. Come back into down dog. Shake out your head. Soften out a little bit more in that lower back. And then inhale, step your right foot forward. Back into your high lunge. Press back through your left heel. Take a couple breaths. Press that right foot. Carry that left foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, press through your feet, rise all the way up, take a slight back bend, engage the lower belly. Exhale, take it all the way down, carry it through. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back lunge. Finding our lunge, holding here, right knee over our ankle, pushing back through that left heel. He's tired of me talking to him. Right foot back, come into your plank. Here we are again, happy little planks. Engaging the core, not lifting our butt to the sky, right? We're keeping ourselves in a plank. Lower the knees, lower the chest, lift the heart. Take it back to down dog. Big deep stretch. Inhale, left foot forward. Hold here for a moment. Exhale, right foot forward. Inhale, take it all the way up. Exhale, take it all the way back down. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right leg back. Go ahead and lower that right knee to the floor, untuck your toes. Let's come all the way up into a low lunge. So the right knee's on the ground, arms are gonna come up, left hip is forward, right hip is forward as well. Stretching out the front of that right thigh, that right hip. Grab hold of that right wrist, pull gently to the left. And then inhale back to center, exhale, place those hands back down onto the floor blocks. Tuck your back toes, lift your right knee off the ground, push back through your right heel, left arm comes up. Pull that left knee towards you, twist. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, step back into your plank. Beautiful. You can hold your plank here, you can shift forward, lower down halfway. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, down dog. Big stretch. And then inhale, right foot forward in between your hands. Lower your left knee to the floor, untuck your toes. Come into that low lunge, reaching your arms up and overhead. Hips are level. Grab that left wrist, pull gently to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower the hands down. Inhale, right arm comes up. The right knee's going to want to open. So I want you to pull that knee in, roll your shoulder blades back. Stretch here. Try not to shift your hips back, bring them forward a bit. Exhale, take that right hand down. Inhale, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and you're going to step back to plank again. Okay, so as mentioned earlier,
I am a fan when I'm feeling this way of using my planks to get me back into my body. So if you are using blocks, this is going to be a little more challenging. And if you aren't, this will be whatever it is. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the left hand down to the floor and then the right hand down to the floor. Right hand to the block, left hand to the block. So if you are just in regular plank, you're just going to walk yourself to the left or to the right and then to the left. Okay? Down, down, up, up. Down, down, up, up. One more. Down, down, up, up, lower. Lift. Down dog. Nicely done. I can't be the only one who likes to do plank and strength training when she's a little out of sorts. I might be. Right foot's going to come forward. This time we're going to hold that high lunge and reach the arms up. Sweep and breathe. Once again, grab your left wrist, pull gently to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower it down. Same thing in our plank. Inhale, step back. We're going to step the hands to the left this time. So your right hand comes down, left hand comes down. Left hand comes up, right hand comes up. Here we go. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. One more, down, down, up, up, and lower. Lift. Down dog. You keep breathing. I keep talking, you keep breathing, okay? Left foot's gonna come forward. Again, if you don't have blocks, you just step to the side and then step to the side. Here we go. Arms up. Hips are level. Core is engaged. Breath is strong. Grab that right wrist, pull to the left. Push back through your right heel. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take your hands down to your blocks or floor. Step back into your plank and lower. Lift. Down dog. Now you can keep hold of those blocks if you want to, or you can move them to the side. We're going to go 4 to plank and back again and again and again. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, exhale, shift it back. Let's locate that right foot again. Right foot's gonna come forward. High lunge again. Left hand's gonna come to the outside of the right knee. I'm gonna sweep that right arm back. Take that right hand to the left thigh or to the lower back or to the hip. And then just reach this left arm up. You can do this with the knee on the ground. Looks like this. From here, we're going to take this left elbow, place it to the outside of the right knee as the right hand comes and places its hand right on top of your left. Press the hands together to rotate the chest, push back through your left heel. See if you can snuggle that right knee a little deeper underneath. Open the arms. You don't have to do this part, right? You can keep the hands together. Hands together. Open it up to the sky. Take it down. Step it back. So, if you are in plank and your plank holds are a little harder today, you can keep your knee on the ground. And then when you do this, you can step the knee out, right? Or you can step the feet out. So we're gonna go out, in, out, in. 2, in, 2, in. 3, in, 3, in. 4, in, 4, in, and lower. Lift. Down dog. Slow, deep breath. Or child's pose. Just because I'm not in child's pose doesn't mean you shouldn't be. You can let me live vicariously through you while you're in child's pose. All right, join us in down dog. Left foot forward. This is your high lunge. Let's bring the arms up. Remember, the right knee can stay on the ground for this whole shebang. We don't have to keep the knee up. Arms up. Heel back. We're going to take this right hand to the outside of the left knee, left hand behind us, grab the lower back, the hip or the thigh, and then sweep that right arm up. Push back through the heel, push forward through the knee. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee, left hand to the top of the right. You're twisted. Push back through your right heel. Remember that knee can be on the floor. And you can stay here or hug that knee under you a little more and lift that left arm up. Right arm down. Hands together. Sweep it to center. Move spell. Exhale, take it down. Beautiful. Inhale, step back into plank. Okay. Even I don't want to do this one. So you can do it exactly the same way as you did before. So you're on your high plank and stepping out, stepping in with your knee if you want. Or you're going to lower, right out, right in, left out, left in, right out, right in, left out, left in. 2 more, right, left, right, left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down dog. Please don't put sad faces on the video. I'm sure that was a very awful thing to do. Hold here. Child's pose. Seriously, if you want it, you take it. Pull your lower belly in. If down dog does not feel like a resting position, take a resting position. All right, last breath. Woo-hoo-hoo. Find your down dog. Here we go. Right foot forward. High lunge. Big deep breath. Arms up. Press back through that left foot. Take the hands behind you, interlace, move the arms back, open your chest, push back through your left heel. Hold here. Let's exhale, bow forward, reach the arms up a bit. Keep that right knee over your ankle. It's like a bowing warrior, only it's in a lunge, which makes it harder. Come back up, reach the arms up to the sky. Spin the left heel to the floor, come into warrior 2. Take the left hand back, reach the right arm up. Take the right elbow to the right thigh, reach the left arm by your left ear. Come back into warrior 2. Turn to your lunge. Bring the hands to the floor. Step back into plank. Okay. You can do this with your knees on the ground. You don't have to stay on your hands or on your toes. Up downs. Ready? Right elbow, left hand, right hand. Left elbow, right hand, left hand. Remember, knees on the ground. Right elbow, left hand, right hand. Last one, left elbow, Right elbow, right hand, left hand lower, lift, down dog or child's pose. You pick. Remember to just do what you can here. One more breath. Let's find that left foot. Take it forward. High lunge. Arms up. Push back through your back heel. Bring the arms behind you. Interlace your fingers. Move the arms back. Strong back leg. Exhale and bow. Wherever you are is fine. Come all the way up. Reach your arms. Open to warrior two. This is a wide warrior two. Thighs almost parallel with the floor if you can. If you can. Right hand to the back leg, left arm up. Left elbow to the left thigh, right arm by your right ear. Warrior two. High lunge. Hands to the floor. Step back into plank. Well done. Core engaged. Keep breathing. Push through your heels. Top of the head forward. Last one. Beautiful. Lower to the mat. Take one cheek to the floor. Let the arms rest. Let your heartbeat come back to a normal feeling. One more breath. Okay. Turn the head to face down. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Reach the arms by your sides. Imagine you're holding a beach ball behind your back, right? So the arms are going to want to open. You're going to engage and pull. Shoulder blades back and down. Lift the upper body. Core engaged. Lift the right leg. Lift the left leg. Squeeze everything to center behind you. Keep breathing. Don't just drop into your lower back. Pull your belly button to your spine. Reach back. Pull, pull, pull. Breathe, 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 breathe. One more. Exhale. Lower back down. Opposite cheek to the mat. Take a break. Take a breather. We're doing it again. All right. Big deep breath. Exhale, contract the core. Inhale, lift the chest, arms. Keep the core engaged, legs. Breathe. Keep breathing. Reach back, reach back. Reach up, reach up. 2, 1. Beautiful. Hands come to the floor in line with the ribs. Lower the legs, tuck your toes, push up into plank. Nice. Draw back into down dog. Walk it out if you need to. Shake out your head. You had some time on the ground, so just breathe in. All right, 4 planks to down dog. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Shift it back. Big stretch. Inhale into plank again. This is a different thing, a different beast.
We're going to move to side plank. We're going to go to the left. So for those of you who need the knee down, take your left knee to the floor, rotate and lift like so, okay? For those of you who are like, nah, I'm good, take it into side plank. Stack, stagger, wobble, weeble, whatever you got to do. Lift your hips. If you can place the right foot in front of the left, that would be cool. Because then you can take it up, behind, and back. Up and over. Up and back. Up and over. Up and back. One more. Up and over. Up and back. Beautiful. And take it down. You can be on the elbow for this, by the way. Same thing. Right knee will come to the ground. You can just go, or, that's not real, or come to a side plank. Left foot in front if you can. Up and over. 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 Last one. Up and over. Up and over. Stack. Plank. Lower. Lift. Down dog. Maybe it's Planksover and I didn't know it. Get it? Passover and planks. Planksover. I cracked myself up. Here we go. Left foot forward. Beautifully done. Step your right foot forward about a foot. Come into warrior one. Lower belly pulls in. Hips are level. Clothes readjusted for the 88th time in the video. Arms come up. It's nice to be off the hands, isn't it? Interlace your fingers, turn the hands inside out, push up. Move your ribs in just a bit. Release the hands, place them towards your hips. Lift the center of your chest, roll your shoulders down. Core is engaged. See if you can squeeze or pull up through that pelvic floor, just through that base, that lower bandha there. One more breath. Go ahead and straighten that left leg. Not hyperextended, just a little straight. Hips are level. Remember your right toes are kind of facing towards the right shoulder here. They're not facing forward completely. We're gonna bend forward or hinge from the hips like we have dials on each side, and we're just dialing forward. Bringing the hands down. You can use blocks here. Right? Hands can be on the floor. Core can keep reaching, or excuse me, top of the head can reach forward. Tailbone back, ribs in, belly in. Stretching out that hamstring. Holding here, finding that center line. Maybe you're gonna just reach your arms back. See how that feels. Little engagement here, right? The knee's not straight, like not overly straight. Place it right back down. And then maybe you'd like to fold. Bring your head towards your shin or your knee or whatever it reaches. Right hip keeps moving forward, left hip keeps moving back. Engagement of the thigh here, so we have this nice rotation in that inner thigh. Beautiful. Last breath. Bend your left knee. Come all the way up back to warrior one. Go ahead and straighten that left leg. Let's turn and face the back. So you're not going to be facing me, so we're just going to have faith that I know what I'm talking about for a couple moments. We're facing the back of our mat so that our right toes face forward, our left toes face towards the left shoulder. The arms are going to come up again. We'll bend that right knee. Coming into warrior one just like we were. Just like we were. Let's interlace the fingers above our heads, push the palms to the sky. Pull the core in, move the ribs in. Make sure we have enough room here. That knee should not go past your ankle. Just breathe. Last breath. Excellent. Release the hands. Start to straighten your right leg. Move your left hip forward. Let's come down like a hinge.
Hands come down to the ground. Right leg's not super, super straight in the aspect that your knee's hyperextended, right? We're engaging the right thigh muscle. We're engaging the left one too. We're just engaging people. Top of the head forward, tailbone back. Belly button towards the spine. Ribs are in slightly. Don't drop your head just yet. I'd like you to reach back behind you with your hands. So reach your hands back and behind you, just like we did before. And then place those hands to the ground. And then invite the head towards the leg. This might be your tight side. This might be your super flexy side. You might need blocks here. You're going to use them if you need them. Perfection's not the goal. Getting into our bodies, knowing what's going on. That's the goal. Being able to bring our breath back to the forefront. One more breath. Excellent. Bend your right knee. Come all the way up. Arms overhead, straighten your right leg again. Turn both feet to face forward. So that means both feet are facing the long side of your mat. And you're probably not as wide as you'd like to be here. So step the feet out a little wider. How wide? Probably ankle and wrist alignment. Pull the lower belly in. Same hinge, this time from the hips from a forward fold. Wide leg, forward fold, use your blocks. See if you can lift all 5 toes, spread them wide, and then place them down again. Walk your hands back. Top of your head towards the floor. Shift the weight towards the balls of the feet for a little bit. Wherever your hands go are fine. Wherever your head goes is fine. If you want to do a headstand here, knock yourself out. I mean, don't knock yourself out, but do the thing that you want to do. Right? Your practice still. You have time. So if you're in your headstand, just kind of hang out here for a couple breaths, maybe 2 or 3. And then nice and slow headstand. People come back down into that wide leg forward fold. Everybody walk your hands forward. Press your buttocks back. Shift that weight back. Let there be length from armpit to hip on each side. And then nice and slow, let's walk the hands all the way across. Turn your left foot to face forward, so you should be facing me. Hands on each side of the left foot. Lift the back heel. We are coming into our lunge. Excellent. And we're going to step our right foot forward. Nice. Press through the feet, rise all the way up. Roll out the shoulders. Let's go ahead and interlace our fingers behind our back again. Move the ribs and just move the arms back. Excellent. All right. So let's take our weight into the right foot. I'm going to do this from the sides, easier to see. And bend our left knee. Left toes can be on the floor here. We're just kind of working with balance. Or you can grab a block and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle to get it there. And place your block behind you and just have your foot a little elevated. Notice I'm not putting a lot of weight on my left toes though. I'm just kind of hanging out. Or you can grab your left ankle. You can use a strap here as well. So for those of you who want to pause this video, get into it, put the strap around their ankle, go for it. You can also take your right hand behind you and you can grab your ankle with your right and your left hand. Maybe flex the foot. All right? And pull the core in. Some people like to go into their bow here, like kind of hang forward and come into the dancer's posture with a double leg grab or a double hand grab. I'm live, so I'm not going to do that because I might fall on my face in front of you all, but you guys can fall on your face without me seeing it. And then nice and slow release. And let's try it on the other side. So remember, each side's different, right? So this might be your best side. Like, I can't do that. Yes, I can. Right foot, wherever. Maybe it's a block. Maybe you're lifting and grabbing it with your right hand. It's better to try to grab the ankle, but if you can only grab the foot, pause, try to get into it with your strap. You can try and reach back. Oof, this is a tight side. Hold your foot or your ankle. Come on. There it is. Hold here. Strong left leg. Maybe you're flipping forward a little bit to help open your chest a little more. Last two. And release. Phew. Well, that was fun. Try to keep your abdomen engaged during those poses. It's really nice to keep that pelvic floor pulled up because it does engage the abdomen no matter what. All right, forward fold. Shift that weight forward. Bend both your knees and then come into a seated position. Okay, so you can stay seated exactly like this, and that's fine, right? You can stay on the floor just as it is. Or you can use your trusty blanket, and you can sit on a blanket. We all know how I feel about props. I don't have to keep telling you. Oof. But I love them. So, I'm going to put on an extra layer of clothing here for a second because I got a little chilly as soon as I stopped planking. Once you're here, go ahead and find a comfortable way of sitting. Whatever that might look like. You might notice that I always have my right leg in front because that's more comfortable for me. You could do heel to heel here if you'd like. You can use crisscross applesauce. However you gig is fine with me. Let the shoulders draw back and down. We're going to lift the right arm up. Oh, right arm. Bend your right knee. Or this is your elbow. Grab hold of your elbow with your left hand and pull towards the back. Lift your head. Top of your head rises, tailbone down. And then release, take it to the other side. Bring your head back. And release, beautiful. Take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, just move the arms back. Let's go ahead and turn to the right. Come back through center, and then turn to the left. Come back through center. Go ahead and bend your right elbow. You're going to slide that right elbow behind you. And if you can, you're going to grab your right wrist with your left hand and just pull a little bit more so that maybe the hand wraps around the sideways, maybe it doesn't. Then we're going to go ahead and walk that hand up wherever we can. So not on my elbow, but above my elbow or below, onto my left arm. So we're rolling the shoulders down and gripping the arm. You can also grab hold of your thigh with your right hand if you want. Then you're going to turn, look over your right shoulder. Then maybe over your left shoulder. Then release. Beautifully done. Let's try it again on the other side, shall we? So it's the left elbow. It's going to come behind us. You're going to grab hold of the hand. See if you can pull it a little bit more. Wrap it around your waist. Maybe it grabs your thigh. Or you're going to grab hold of your upper arm. And then just turn your head to the left. Move your ribs in. And then release. Let the hands come to your knees. Let's make some big circles. Whatever direction you want to is fine. Just kind of get that whole spinal undulation. Just love that word. Yeah. Let the chest come forward. And roll. One more. And
reverse course. And then back into center. All right, beautifully done. Okay, so we're gonna lay down now. Onto our backs, head towards the front of the mat, block nearby if you're gonna use it. You never know, you might want to. We're gonna walk the feet a little bit closer together, so about hip distance apart. We're gonna find our block and place it between our knees. So we're holding onto the block with our knees, letting our head rest onto the floor, pulling the lower belly in here, letting there be some strength in the whole center line of the body, letting the arms rest down by our sides, and then we're just gonna lift up into a bridge. So just lifting the hips. Squeezing that block, letting the hips come up. And then from this position, you can stay here, or you can grip the sides of your mat and hug your shoulder blades underneath of you, lifting your body up even more, squeezing the block. Or you can try coming to your toes, walking your feet back, lifting your hips higher, bending your elbows, and placing them underneath of your lower back hip region. Then lowering the heels. Seeing how that feels. Squeezing the block though, keeping that midline strong. Don't turn your head. One more breath. Lift your heels, for those of you with your hands underneath. Grip your blanket or your mat. Lower the heels. Lower and release. Take the block away. Place it to the side. Let's go ahead and shift the knees from side to side. So if you're about mat distance apart, just take those knees back and forth for a moment. Then we're going to go ahead and find our block again. We're going to lift our hips up, slide it underneath of our tailbone. If you don't have a block, that's okay. You can put a pillow under there or a blanket. And then we're just going to let the hips rest onto the block. So you can hold here, or you can try extending the leg and see how that feels. Maybe both legs. Let the arms rest. And if you don't have blocks, that's okay. You can just rest. If that doesn't feel right, go ahead and just do it with your knees bent. So we're here for just a couple moments, breathing. Taking one or two more breaths here. And then we'll just lift up. I'm going to keep the hips high. We're going to scooch both of our hips to the left about a foot, or 3 inches really, it's not a foot. Lower the buttocks down. You're going to be off center. Let's pull both of our knees in to the right. And then you're going to take your right hand to the outside of your left knee and carry both knees over to the right as your left arm moves away from you. Knees closer to the chest increases the twist in the lower back. Or I should say increases the intensity. And then let's come back into center. Move to the center of your mat. Lift your hips up nice and high, 3-4 inches, however high you want to go. Shift to the hips to the right for 3 to 4 inches. Drop down, move your knees in. You'll be off center. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. Both knees move to the left. Right arm extends. Your public awaits you. They need to see you. They'll be concerned when you're not in the video. Alright, coming back into center. And then from here, go ahead and lay your legs down onto the floor. Stretch your arms overhead. Find a big, deep stretch for fingertips and toes. And then exhale and pull everything in nice and tight. Find a big hold that you can take, just giving yourself a big hug. And then from there, go ahead and let your arms rest on the floor, and your legs rest on the floor, and your head rest on the floor. Roll your head from side to side. Adjust your clothing, adjust your hips, adjust your legs. And you just stay right there. Or, as long as you can, I'm going to come to seated. Just closing your eyes. And finding that movement in your belly again, feeling the rise and fall. I know it's distracting to lay on the floor. And I know that we oftentimes want to move past this one and get on with the rest of our day. Think about all of the stuff we have to do. I know that because I too feel that way even after doing this for so long. But this is just part of the work. Physical work leads to the work that we have to do within ourselves, within our spirit, within our hearts, within our breath, within our bodies, within. And because I love a good theme, and I love a good tie-in, I'd like you to think to the story of Passover where God freed his people by sending down plagues, which might feel very apt at this point, given the fact that we are living through our own experience of a pandemic or a plague. And then thinking about how terrifying and horrible experiencing plagues must have been. How there must have been a feeling that this was never going to end. That having locusts destroying your crops and water turning to blood and all of the things that at that time probably felt cruel and unsurmountable, that this was going to be the end, and how terrifying and terrible. Just to be led to freedom at the end. So, I encourage you to be strong during this pandemic, to hold faith, even if it's not in God or any higher power, but in the power of the people and of the will for life. That we will come out of this, maybe even
more free than we went into it. Maybe this is the time that we learn that we do not need the shackles or to be afraid of isolation. Maybe this is the time that we learn that we will take care of one another, and we will make it through this dark, dark time for the soul. There have been so many miracles that we have experienced together and separate. Just one miracle and it would have sufficed. It would have been enough. But then we get another and another and another. You just have to see them. So in the spirit of Passover, knowing that all that is done for our freedom, that all of the miracles that we see maybe as trepidations and difficulties do end up being miracles for our salvation. Go ahead and start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking up from the death of the corpse pose. Pull your knees to your chest and roll onto your right side in a fetal position to experience a rebirth into a new day, into a new body, into a new understanding. And pressing your left hand into the floor and coming all the way up into your seated position. Our holidays are the times that we are going to feel this isolation the deepest. Maybe it's Passover, maybe it's full moons, maybe it's Easter. This is when we feel it. Maybe it's a birthday or an anniversary. But to remember to be strong, that miracles are everywhere. Just one would have sufficed us, but there are so many. As we say, Dayenu. Just one would have made it great. One would have sufficed. Bringing the hands together in front of your heart, bowing your head. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I am overwhelmingly blessed by the miracle of your presence and the miracle of technology. Be well and happy Passover.